Parkour, or free running, whatever you want to call it, will be a big part of Dying Light, since it's the primary way to move around while avoiding the zombies. This is Globku from Magical Noob, and today we talk about all we know regarding the parkour in Dying Light. Welcome to Dying Talk, episode 3. To understand the movement in Dying Light, we need to understand how you, the player, will control the character. Games such as Assassin's Creed have had parkour in the past, but have been heavily criticized for being simple in the way it controls. After all, your character may be doing some amazing moves, but if all you're doing is pointing forward while holding down the right trigger and the A button, that's not very fun for the player. The system in Dying Light will work similar to Mirror's Edge. It's not a coincidence that the game has been heavily compared to this title. In Mirror's Edge, you have two main buttons that you must press at the appropriate time to execute every move. One of the buttons is for upwards movement, such as jumping, climbing over walls, or vaulting, and the other button is for downwards movement, such as sliding or crouching. Dying Light uses the exact same scheme as we can see in this controller configuration. Right bumper will be used to jump and climb, while B button will be used for crouching and sliding. There is, although, one key difference in the controls between these two games, and that is the sprint. In Mirror's Edge, your character is always sprinting. The longer you run, without any obstacles, the faster you run. In Dying Light, you'll be able to toggle sprint on or off by pressing down on the left thumbstick. This is important because in Dying Light you have a stamina bar, and sprinting consumes that same bar, so you'll want to use it carefully and not sprint all the time. There is another stamina bar, and that's the one on the left, and that is for combat, so we'll talk more about it in a future episode. For now, all that matters is the stamina bar on the right, because that's the one that represents your movement stamina. Besides sprinting, there are other moves that consume your stamina, such as stepping over a zombie's head. That's the best name I could come up for it. But bear in mind that this move might not be available from the start. It might require an upgrade to be usable. Why do I think this is the case? Well, every other move is way more basic than this one and does not consume stamina. Jumping, climbing, and vaulting do not consume stamina at all. Sliding, on the other hand, doesn't consume movement stamina but consumes combat stamina because it can actually be used as a combat move. But even if you don't hit anything, the stamina will be drained. Now, another reason that leads me to believe that this jumping over a zombie's face is a special move that needs to be upgraded to be used is the fact that Angry Joe has tried it several times with the gameplay demo that Techland has given to him. At the end of his demo, he tries to jump over a zombie's head several times. He's not able to do it. Maybe he's just screwing up, maybe, or maybe he just doesn't have the move because it hasn't been upgraded yet. So the stepping over a zombie's head looks like a way more advanced move, and it's the only one we've seen so far that consumes stamina, and this is why I think this might require an upgrade to use. There is only one more movement ability that I haven't talked about yet, and that's climbing posts as well as jumping off them. Now, I have no idea if this will consume stamina or not, because the only gameplay demo where this is featured, the UI is hidden, which is something the developers have actually confirmed that you can do if you want to immerse yourself more while playing the game. So yeah, because there's no UI, we don't know if this will consume your stamina or not. But these are all the moves we're able to see from the demos. Unlike Mirror's Edge, it doesn't seem possible to run on walls or do wall jumps. At least we haven't seen that in any of the gameplay that's been shown so far, but it might be an advanced move that requires unlocking through an upgrade tree. There's just no way of knowing it yet. Recently, we have also seen the unveiling of a grappling hook that will allow the players to quickly climb tall buildings. We don't know many specifics about the grappling hook, such as if this is a craftable item or something you'll obtain by simply playing the story. But I guess we'd also be getting into spoiler territory if we learn that, so I'm not even sure if I would want to know. But that's all we know about the parkour in Dying Light so far. Let me know if I missed anything in the comments below, and while you're down there, click that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Next episode, we'll be talking about weapons and customization. But until then, I've been Globku. Take care everyone, see you next time.